continuing to add on to his lead in strikeouts. For the season, the lead at strikeout number 40 for him. And Silverstein is retired to lead off the bottom of the first, as on the year, Iverson is 3-0 with a 1.12 ERA, making his sixth start in this game. 31 innings, 39 strikeouts, 5 walks, 26 hits given up. First pitch into Braden Runyon's taken inside for a ball, 1-0. As a 1-0 pitch into Braden Runyon. Misses down low for a ball, 1-0. Or 1-1, 2-0, excuse me. As Braden Runyon had himself a day in the ball game yesterday, as a 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled out of play down the right field line. 2-1 count to Braden Runyon. As on the day yesterday, Runyon went 3 for 5, scoring 2 runs, hit a homer, had 3 RBIs, 2 of them coming on his home run. As a 2-1 pitch misses low and away for a ball, up in the count. Now is Runyon 3-1. As welcome to the broadcast, Joey Medora alongside Connor Mills in this game 2 of a 3-game set between the Cincinnati Steam and the Southern Ohio Copperheads. As 3-1 pitch into Runyon comes for a strike. Now run the count full to the second batter of the inning. As the Copperheads drop game 1 of the series to the division-leading Steam last night, 8-3. As the Steam jumped out to a 5-0 lead, Copperheads cut it down to 5-3. Full count pitch into Braden Runyon, catches for a strike at the knees. Strike 3 call. Braden Runyon thought he had ball 4. He threw his bat towards the dugout, but gets rung up. Back-to-back strikeouts for Iverson. 2 away now in the bottom of the first.
Nice pitching from Zach Iverson. And again, he continues just to dominate opposing batters, no matter what team he's facing. He shut down the Lima Locos in a game last Saturday and then here today.
As Tyler Wardwell swings at the first pitch and pops it in foul ground, Daniel Cruz ranges to his right, makes the play, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for Zach Iverson to start off the ball game, picking up where he left off in his last few starts, heading to the top of the second. Still no score here at Max McCleary Field. Listen to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Second inning in this matchup as first pitch into Tanner Johnson, missed for a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch comes in above the letters for a ball. 2-0 now, Tanner Johnson up in the count. It's Jordan Menfee out on the mound for the Cincinnati Steam as he pitched a scoreless first inning, coming into the ball game, a 2-0 record with a 3.06 ERA. It's a 2-0 pitch into Tanner Johnson. Misses low for a ball, up in the count now, 3-0, making his fifth start. It's pitched 16 innings this summer, 12 strikeouts, 16 walks, 15 hits. Last ball game he pitched and went 4 innings as he walks Tanner Johnson here on 4 pitches to lead off the top half of the second inning. Tanner Johnson aboard. But Menfee in his last start, 4 innings pitched, 4 runs given up, all of them earned, 2 hits, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, facing 21 batters as he gave up a leadoff single to Lucas Nasanti in the top half of the first. He ended up stranded at first base. Now he walks the leadoff batter in the top of the second. Zion Avery comes up to hit. First pitch into him, catches at the letters for a strike. Zion thought it was a bit high, but called a strike. 0-1. As Zion Avery, the Ohio Bobcat, on the season, batting at .269 as the 0-1 pitch misses away to him. 1-1, .269 average, 4 doubles, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. Went 0 for 4 in the ball game last night with a strikeout. Also got hit by a pitch as a 1-1 pitch swung on and a broken bat goes foul down the first baseline as Zion Avery will have to grab a new piece of lumber. And he'll be down in the count now, 1-2.
Well, it didn't look like Avery believed that he broke his bat. He just turned the bat over, and on the other side, well, half the wood was chipped off.
So Avery gets a new bat from the dugout as Coach Dunphy comes in and picks up a piece of wood from the third base foul line, throws it into the dugout. It'll be a 1-2 count to Zion Avery. As 1-2 pitch from Memphis misses outside for a ball. 2-2's the count now. Tanner Johnson leads off first. No score yet here in the top of the second inning at Max McCleary Field. As now Memphis comes set. Here comes a 2-2 pitch taken up and inside to Zion Avery, and a full count is worked after a leadoff walk. Memphis threatening to walk back-to-back batters here, as has had issues with walks this season, averaging 1 an inning coming into the ball game. As a full count pitch runs inside to Zion Avery, back-to-back walks to lead off the top of the second. Copperheads got ducks on the pond. Now the catcher Scott Combs will get his first chance to hit in this one.
Well, the one thing that the Copperheads didn't do well yesterday was capitalize in big positions. They had the bases loaded, couldn't bring in more than one. Here in today's game, they got 2 runners on base. They have to punch through and try to break through early, get the lead early.
Well, Scott Combs is batting at .273 on the year. 0 for 2 in the series so far. Went 0 for 2 with a couple of walks and a strikeout in last night's ball game. As first pitch is a called swing on Scott Combs on the outside corner. 0-1. Unable to keep the wrist back. Down in the count now, 0-1. As Scott Combs, one of the alternate all-star selections for the Copperheads this season. As a long pause from Memphis. Here comes the 0-1 pitch in the Scott Combs. Misses high and away for a ball. Evens up the count at 1. As pretty rare this season, Scott Combs starting in back-to-back games behind the dish. As usually platooned with either Chris is now gone or Tanner Johnson, who's joined the team, as the 1-1 pitch misses low and outside to Combs. 2-1. But Combs will get back-to-back starts at catcher in this series. Got a chance with a runner in scoring position. 2 men on, nobody out here in the top of the second. That's 2-1 pitch swung on and fouled deep down the right field line by Scott Combs, as he was able to straighten that one out. Could have been a big fly, but count will be even at 2.
Yeah, short porch down the line in right field, 285. Scott Combs definitely has the power to poke it out there.
Combs yet on the season, as the Copperheads have only hit 11 as a team so far this summer. Here comes a 2-2 pitch in the Combs. Chases the fastball up high. Foul back into the mid of the catcher. Strike 3 to Scott Combs. 1 away now in the top of the second. So the first one for Memphis still has 2 runners on, 1 away. Daniel Cruz, the third baseman, steps up. Last night went 1 for 4 with a single. As first pitch into him comes in at the letters for a strike. 0-1. As Cruz this season batting at .264. 19 hits and 72 at-bats, 5 doubles, a homer, 16 RBIs. As the 0-1 pitch breaking ball stays outside to Daniel Cruz. 1-1 is the count now. As again, we apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning of the broadcast, but we are ready to bring this game to you now as the 1-1 pitch swung on and nubbed off the end of the bat by Daniel Cruz. Foul down the first baseline. It'll be a 1-2 count now. As Tanner Johnson leads off second, Zion Avery off first. Both drawing a walk in this inning. Not a hit for the Copperheads yet this inning. They have one. New Lucas Nasanti led off the game with a single as the 1-2 breaking ball bends outside to Daniel Cruz. Back even in the count now at 2-2. As Cruz second on the team in RBIs this season, only behind Sebastian Fabic. As a 2-2 pitch into Daniel Cruz comes inside. He swings and fouls it well out of play. Over towards the street down the third baseline. Daniel Cruz staying alive. Count remains at 2-2. As Cruz has took a bit of a dip in the average in the last several games, as the average was as high as 393, but has fallen all the way down to 264 as that 2-2 pitch misses just outside to Daniel Cruz, and that runs the count full. Now back-to-back full counts worked here by the Copperheads as Menfee, the pitch count being driven up a little bit here in this top of the second inning. Trying to avoid his third walk of the inning. Here comes a full count pitch from Menfee. Pitch swung on and missed by Daniel Cruz, strike three. So after back-to-back walks to lead off the inning, back-to-back strikeouts for Menfee. He's got two on the day now. Phil Glasser will have to try to keep the inning alive now with two away.
Well, that's exactly the response you want after walking the first two batters. Menfee dials in, strikes out the next two, and now he's got two outs.
So now it's up to the left-handed hitting shortstop Phil Glasser, batting at .253 on the year. As the first pitch into him misses inside and low for a ball, dug out by the catcher. 1-0 count now to Glasser. As Glasser last night took an 0 for 4 ball game with a couple of strikeouts. As the 1-0 pitch swung on and fouled down the left field line, heading over the left fielder. He will run out of room. The ball goes out of play. There'll be a 1-1 count now to Phil Glasser. As Glasser trying to come through with a 2-out RBI and a base hit to the outfield to try to get the Copperheads on the board first. As in last night's ball game, they fell behind early 5-0. And had to play from behind, unable to complete the comeback in an 8-3 losing effort. But a chance to score here in the second. 1-1 pitch misses inside and low to Phil Glasser, up in the count now 2-0.
And again, in yesterday's game, Nick Kaiser had no idea that he was going to pitch going in. Pitching in the first, gets a start, and does the job. Let up the 5 runs, but did a nice job, keeping the Copperheads in the game.
2-1 pitch misses up high to Glasser in the driver's seat now at 3-1 as Kaiser, as you mentioned, not expect to get the start. Supposed to be Cam Stigwich, wasn't able to go. Kaiser came in and gave 6 innings to the Copperheads, something that they really needed. His longest outing, actually doubled his longest outing on the year previous now, as he went 6 innings, struck out 8 batters. But did get slapped with the loss as 3-1 pitch in the Glasser misses low and inside for a ball. 3 walks issued by Menfee this inning. Hasn't given up a base hit yet. But the sacks are full with 2 away now. And the lineup turns over to Lucas Nasanti, who picked up a single in his first at-bat.
A big spot here for Nasanti. Again, Copperheads didn't capitalize, bases loaded yesterday. Have a chance to do so here today.
First pitch in Nasanti, swung on and grounded through the hole into left field for a base hit. Being held up at third is Zion Avery. Tanner Johnson comes in to score. Lucas Nasanti, 2 for 2 on the day. That one's an RBI single. 1-0 Copperheads in the top of the second.
Nice piece of hitting from Nasanti. First pitch he sees, banks it out into left field, gets it in for the RBI. And finally, the Copperheads have a lead in this series.
That's right. First lead on the series. 9th RBI for Nasanti on the season, as he did not play last night, but making an impact with a couple of base hits here as the walks come back to bite Menfee. Base is still loaded now. Reese Trey's up, first pitch into him. Comes in at the letters for a strike, 0-1. Something the Copperheads didn't really do yesterday. Pick up the big hit when they needed it. But they're able to get the hit there with the bases loaded. 1 run scored. Didn't roll far enough for Zion Avery to be sent, as that ball's now lined out in the right center field. That will fall in for a base hit. Coming in to score is Avery, now being sent is Phil Glasser. It will be a 2 RBI single for Reese Trey. And the Copperheads hang a crooked number here in this top half of the second inning, all with 2 outs, 3-0.
Well, the Cincinnati team put up a 3-spot against the Copperheads in the bottom of the first. Copperheads put up a 3-spot here. The 3-spot for the team in yesterday's game. Copperheads now capitalizing on a couple pitching mistakes from Menfee. Something they didn't do yesterday and something they're going to have to do to be successful in today's game.
Moving up to third on the hit was Nasanti, as now they'll draw a mound visit out to Jordan Menfee. Been a tough inning for him after a fairly easy first inning. 3 walks and a couple of singles, and 3 runs have come across the score in this inning. As mentioned at the top of the inning, walks have been an issue for him this year. Came into the ballgame with 16 and 16 innings pitched. As now that totals up to 19 on the year. Hasn't had an outing yet where he has any less than 3 walks so far on the season.
Well, he's reached that minimum. All in 1 inning.
And now another dangerous hitter coming up, Sebastian Fabic, the team leader in average RBIs, just about any stat you can think of.
Doubles.
When it comes to hitting. Fabic is on top, as he is a starter in the All-Star game, as we learned over the week. Selected, first pitch into him, misses just outside for a ball, 1-0.
Well, whenever you hit around 400 for the MVP of the year, an All-Star selection it has to be guaranteed at that point.
Sebastian having a very good summer after he was scuffling a little bit throughout the spring season with the Bobcats, as the 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled out of play, 1-1. But Sebastian, easily the most consistent hitter on the team this season, as he just continues to be able to show the ability to take the ball to all fields, as the 1-1 pitch to breaking ball comes in a little bit high. And a touch inside to Fabic. 2-1's the count now. Lucas Nasanti leads off third. He had the first RBI on the inning on a single. Then Reese Trey, he added 2 more on an RBI single. He stands on first with 2 away. 3-0 Copperheads lead. 2-1 pitch misses outside for a ball. 3-1 now. So Jordan Menfee continuing to struggle to hit the strike zone here in the outing. The 3-1 into Sebastian Fabic, laced out into left field. That will get down for a base hit. Trotting in is Lucas Nasanti. RBI single for Sebastian Fabic. The hits just keep on coming with 2 away in the inning. 3 straight 2-out singles, 4-0 now. The Copperheads over the Steam.
It's something about the Copperheads. With 2 outs in any inning, they seem to tack on a lot of runs. If you remember back earlier on in the season, it was an 8-run bottom of the first. Now here with 2 outs, they score 4.
RBI 28 on the season for Fabic, leads the team, as he came into the ballgame third in the league in RBIs, as the first pitch into Carter Cross misses inside for a ball, 1-0. As Carter Cross, out of the University of Nebraska, that pitch catches the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. To Carter Cross, as he comes in batting .214 with 9 hits, couple doubles, couple triples, 4 RBIs, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. Trying to keep the 2-out rally going here for the Copperheads, as all 4 of the runs in the inning have come with 2 away on 3 straight singles. Here comes a 1-1 pitch, misses outside for a ball. 2-1 now to Carter Cross. As Trahey leads off second, Sebastian Fabic off of first. Here comes Menfee's 2-1 pitch. Misses up high for a ball. 3-1 now to Carter Cross. That's a long inning here for Menfee. as 3 walks and 3 singles have allowed the Copperheads to put up 4 here. Looking for more. Carter Cross trying to get a pitch to hit here. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Misses low and away for a ball. 4th walk of the inning for Menfee, and the bases are loaded again with 2 away. As the Copperheads have now batted around this inning, the man who started it all with a leadoff walk, Tanner Johnson, is stepping up into the box. Tanner Johnson, the DH in this ball game. It's his first game in this series, first time he's played the Steam this season. First pitch into him, misses up high for a ball, 1-0. .286 average for Tanner Johnson, as doesn't have an official at-bat yet. Walked in his first plate appearance. It was his first walk with the team, as that pitch now misses outside. 2-0 count now to Tanner Johnson. As that's big with a pitcher like Iverson on the mound to give him a 4-run lead here early on in the ball game. As a 2-0 pitch into Tanner Johnson will catch the outside corner for a strike. 2-1's the count now. As the bases are loaded now for the second time in this inning. As a 2-1 pitch in from Menfee misses below the knees for a ball. And no place to put him. Down in the count is Menfee 3-1.
Copperheads coming into today with runners on base, batting .302, but when the bases are loaded, only .205.
3-1 pitch into Tanner Johnson. Misses up outside and high for ball 4. And now will plate a run. Reese Trahey comes trotting home for the 5th run of the inning. Also the 5th walk from Menfee on the innings. It looks like his day might be coming to an end, as here comes a slow walk out to the mound from the Steam manager. Yes, looks like it could be an early hook for Menfee, and it will be. The ball is taken from him. He walks in towards the dugout. Be a new man on the mound, as Kyle Weldon, the head coach, making the early pitching move as a 5 spot hung by the Copperheads here in the top of the 2nd inning, chasing the starting pitcher Jordan Menfee from the ball game. We'll come back with a new pitcher when we return on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are all proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
As it's a short outing, shortest on the year for Jordan Menfee, as he's only able to get through an inning and 2/3. Copperheads pick up 3 singles to score 5 runs, as well as 5 walks in this top half of the second inning as it's still going on. Zion Avery's up with the bases loaded. Sebastian Fabic's on third, Carter Cross on second, and Tanner Johnson on first base as the new man is Ethan Doty. First pitch swung on by Zion Avery, hits it a long way foul down the right field line. And it'll be an 0-1 count as Avery was the second batter of this inning. He drew a walk, came around to score. As the 0-1 pitch now into Zion Avery from Doty, misses outside for a ball, 2-0. As Ethan Doty going to expect to eat up some innings here as he comes from Fort Thomas, Kentucky. Out of Otterbein College, 1-1 pitch runs high and inside to Zion Avery, ducks out of the way of it. 2-1's the count now as Doty on the year has a 1-1 record with a 4.52 ERA in 8 games. This one being his 9th, has a save on the year. 17 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts, 4 walks. As a 2-1 pitch now into Zion Avery, swung on, big rip by Zion, but he fouls it back into the screen, and that evens up the count at 2. As Doty in his last outing went 4 innings, 4 runs, all of them earned, 7 hits, couple walks, 3 strikeouts, facing 22 batters. As trying to set down the Copperheads in this inning. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, a 2 away, 5 already in the inning. As Doty winds up, here comes a pitch to Zion Avery, breaking ball, taken up high for a ball. And the count will be even at 3-2, and with 2 outs, all runners will be in motion on the pitch. As Zion trying to extend the inning here. It's already 5 walks drawn by the Copperheads this inning. Runners take off. Here comes a pitch from Doty. Swung on and lined out into deep left center field. And that one will get over the wall for a homer. Zion Avery with a 2-out grand slam. 3rd home run on the season. Copperheads blow this one open. It's 9-0 in the top of the second.
Well, Zion Avery kept his head on it, drove it deep out into left center fields. Something he hasn't done except against the Muskingum Clippers. And now he drove it deep, gave it a ride, and brought home 4.
So Zion Avery, as you mentioned, his first homer since that ball game where he hit 2 against the Muskegon Clippers all the way back on June 20th. 3rd homer of the year, RBIs 11, 12, 13, and 14. It's a 9-0 2-out rally for the Copperheads. It's now Scott Combs. First pitch into him from Doty is a called strike, 0-1. As Combs struck out in his first at-bat this inning, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes a pitch. That one runs inside for a ball. As 1-1 is the count. Scott Combs. That pitch runs inside for a ball. 2-1 now. As Avery, that's the power we know he has, displaying it as he launched that one out to left center field.
Well, just a no-doubter right off the bat, you could tell.
2-1 pitch to Scott Combs, misses outside for a ball. 3-1 is the count now. As here comes a 3-1 pitch, Scott Combs. Pitch bounces in the dirt for a ball, ball 4. As this inning just continues to drag on for the Cincinnati Steam, unable to get the 3rd out. As all 9 runs this inning have come in with 2 away. 6th walk of the inning drawn by the Copperheads. Scott Combs now on first. Daniel Cruz will dig in. As Cruz was the 2nd strikeout of the inning for Jordan Menfee, and also the last out retired. As the first pitch now into Daniel Cruz, misses outside for a ball, 1-0. As Cruz trying to keep this train rolling, just an impressive display of 2-out hitting by the Copperheads. As that pitch is swung on, grounded out to short field on the backhand, jump throw on to second in time to Eddie Rivero to retire Scott Combs. And finally, retire the side in the inning, but the Copperheads plate 9 runs on 4 hits, 4 of them coming on the grand slam from Zion Avery. Copperheads have a huge lead heading into the bottom of the second inning. Copperheads 9, Steam nothing. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
Well, Zion Avery had himself an inning with a grand slam for 4 of the 9 runs scored by the Copperheads in the top of the second inning. As now Zach Iverson back out for his second inning. Picked up a couple strikeouts to add on to his leading total as the first pitch into Eddie Persinger swung on and lined out into right field, for a base hit. As Fabic picks it up and fires it back into the infield. Leadoff man on for the Steam in the bottom half of the second as they try to chip away into this big 9-0 Copperheads lead.
Well, if they're going to climb back, this is the first way that they have to do it. They're getting on base and just trying to score a couple more runs.
That's first pitch into Bolta, swung on and fouled away, 0-1. As Zach Iverson can now just focus on throwing strikes with the 9-run lead as the 0-1 pitch comes inside the Bolt, but he's unable to keep the swing back. As it's an 0-2 count now in the Bolt. As Christian Bolt on the season, we're going to assume he's batting 1,000, as it says on the stat sheet 1,500. As the 0-2 pitch misses up high into him, 1-2. Obviously, you can't hit above 1,000 on the year, so either he has 2 hits and 2 at-bats or 3 hits and 3 at-bats. 3 for 3 on the year, as we just got the signal from one of the Cincinnati Steam staffers. As he has a double on the season and an RBI, a couple walks. As 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen. Iverson still heading the count 1-2. As only the second appearance for Bolt on the season, as he played July 3rd against the Richmond Jazz, where he went 3 for 3. As a 1-2 pitch runs inside and high to Bolt, he ducks out of the way, evens up the count at 2. As Eddie Persinger leads off first with a leadoff single, 9-0 Copperheads here in the bottom of the second. Zach Iverson comes home with the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. Third strikeout for Zach Iverson as he got Bolt off balance on the breaking ball. 1 away now in the inning.
Just a nice pitch from Zach Iverson. Caught him off speed. Way out in front of it, gets a strikeout.
Something we've seen from Iverson all season long, just been able to rack up the punch-outs. That's why he leads the league in that category. That's another one of the All-Star Game selections for the Copperheads, but he's not even starting on the mound. He's starting out at second base. Just tells you how versatile this kid has been for the Copperheads this year.
Well, just like Fabic, Iversons have been equally responsible in accepting, rewarding. Can't think of the word, but he deserves to be an All-Star.
First
Equally
pitch
deserving.
into Ethan Stringer was a strike, 0-1. As Connor continues to fumble over his words here next to me. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Runs inside to Eddie Stringer. It'll be a 1-1 count.
Couldn't think of the phrase. It was one of those phrases.
Yeah.
Equally deserving.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, it takes me a little while, but I get to the end.
Right.
Hopefully it comes out clear.
As Ethan Stringer out of the University of Louisville on the season, batting at .375. As 1-1 pitch popped up behind first base. Zion Avery backpedaling, looks to have it lined up. He will squeeze it with two hands for the second out of the inning. Persinger staying at first base. So after leadoff single, couple of outs recorded by Zach Iverson. 2 away now in the bottom of the second. As Nathan Stoles will step into the dish, the catcher. As Stoles trying to keep the inning alive at a Miami University, batting .214 on the year in 15 games, 9 hits, 42 at-bats, 4 doubles, 5 RBIs. Did not play in the game 1 of this series. First pitch into him, misses outside for a ball, 1-0. As his last appearance was July 3rd against the Richmond Jazz. He went 1-for-1 with a double. Also walked and was hit by a pitch. But first game in this series for him, as 1-0 pitch is a slider, misses outside for a ball, 2-0. As the first time these two teams met, Stoles went 2-for-4 with a double, scored a couple of runs. Also picked up an RBI. As the Copperheads took 2 of 3 from the Steen the last time the teams played, as a 2-0 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for a strike, 2-1. As after the loss for the Copperheads last night, the teams are at 2-2 against each other on the season, with 2 more to go. Tonight's ball game and tomorrow. Last 2 games these teams will play against each other. 2-1 pitch misses a little bit outside for a ball. 3-1 is the count now to Eddie Stringer. Or excuse me, Nathan Stoles. Out of Urbandale, Iowa. As a 3-1 pitch into Nathan Stoles from Zach Iverson, catches the inside corner for a strike, runs the count full. Persinger will be taking off from first base on the full count with 2 away. 9-0 Copperheads lead. They scored 9 runs with 2 outs in the top half of the second. As the runner takes off, 3-2 in from Iverson. Swung on and popped foul out of play over top the press box. And a good at-bat here for Stoles with 2 outs in the inning. We'll see another full count pitch.
Well, I fully anticipated that ball to hit us here at the press box. Didn't seem like the angle was going to be that far away. Thought we were going to hear a little clang.
You were waiting for the clang?
I was waiting for it.
7th pitch of the AB from Iverson. Another one. This one swung on and popped up towards first base. Backing up in shallow right field now is the second baseman, Reese Trey. He will squeeze it in the glove. And the side will be retired after leadoff single. Iverson sets down the next 3 to retire the side in the bottom of the second. Hit top of third. Copperheads holding on to a huge 9-0 lead. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller and Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
9-0 Copperheads as they plated 9 runs back in the top of the second inning, all with 2 outs. As Ethan Doty remains on the mound as he came in for Jordan Menfee, the starter. First pitch into Phil Glasser comes in on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. As Doty did give up the grand slam to Zion Avery, but only one of the runs was charged to him as he came into a bases-loaded situation as the 0-1 pitch bounces in to the catcher Stoles, taken by Glasser for a ball, 1-1. So 8 runs charged to Jordan Menfee in just an inning and 2/3 as Glasser swings at the 1-1 pitch, grounds it down towards the first base dugout foul, 1-2. Glasser drew a walk in his first at-bat, eventually came around to score. As 6 walks were issued by the Steam in the top of the second inning. 1-2 pitch fouled away by Glasser over the third base dugout, staying alive. As Phil Glasser rocking the old school stirrups in this ball game. As here comes the 1-2 pitch into him, swinging, pops it up towards third base. It will bounce in front of the third baseman. Throw is, pulls the first baseman, Pace Singer, off the bag. Excuse me, it's actually ball playing first base. Nonetheless, throwing error on Braden Runyon is how Phil Glasser reaches first safely to lead off the top of the third.
Well, we'll see what that's going to be scored as, whether it be an infield single or just an error charge to the third baseman, Runyon. Almost seemed like a bang-bang play over at first. Running hard down the line was Phil Glasser, but we'll see what the ultimate decision will be.
As it was a very softly hit pop-up that just took a hop to the third baseman, Runyon, trying to recover fast to make a throw. As it looks like it will be given a single to Phil Glasser. First pitch into Lucas Nasanti, misses low and outside for a ball, 1-0. Nasanti 2 for 2 out of the leadoff spot today. Has an RBI single to score the game's first run in his last at-bat. As a 1-0 pitch into Nasanti, misses up high for a ball, 2-0. As Nasanti on the year, this is now his third multi-hit game. That's a 2-0 pitch is lined out into right center field, back at the wall, and it will be caught on the warning track on the run by the right fielder, Bruce. He fires it back into the infield. Staying at first is Phil Glasser. Nasanti gave that one a ride out to right center field, but the ballpark does hold it. 1 away now in the inning.
Yeah, hit it around the 320 mark. Down into right field, right center fields. Pulled that a little bit more. Could have been a home run.
So Nasanti retired for the first time in this one. He's now 2 for 3. Reese Trahey comes in, had a 2 RBI single his last time up with the bases loaded. As a pickoff attempt now to Phil Glasser. He dives back in safely. No tag applied from Balt, the first baseman. As Trahey is now 1 for 2 on the day with those 2 RBIs. As runner goes on the pitch. Pitch misses low for a ball. Throw way outside. Good backup there from the second baseman, Rivero, or else that ball might have went into the outfield. As an easy stolen base there for Phil Glasser. He's in scoring position now with 1 away. As Trahey picked up RBIs 8 and 9 on the season in his last at-bat. As the 1-0 pitch into Trahey comes right down the middle for a strike, 1-1.
Runs in scoring position this year. Trahey batting .217 and .222 with runners on base. Does have 7 RBIs, though, when runners are in scoring position.
Well, that went up with his last at-bat. As Glasser leads off second base, 9-0 Copperheads lead. Here comes a 1-1 pitch from Ethan Doty. Swung on in a slow hit grounder up the first baseline. Trying to run is Reese Trey, and the ball gets away from the first baseman. And now Phil Glasser is coming in to score. He is safe on the throw home. As a freak play there, the first baseman Ball tried to dive and tag Reese Trahey, but when he made contact with the glove, the ball came flying out, so Trahey is now safe at first. Glasser comes in to score on the heads-up base running. It's now a double-digit lead for the Copperheads, 10-0.
Well, it was going to be interesting because Doty and Bolt were both running towards the ball and towards the same area. I don't know if one kind of threw off the other, and it almost looked like Doty kind of ran in front of the first baseman Bolt, kind of helped Reese Trahey to get to first.
So now it's Sebastian Fabic. As he's 1 for 2 on the day, picked up an RBI hit. As it will be scored a hit for Reese Trey, as now he takes off on the first pitch. Pitch misses outside for a ball. Sliding in safely is Trey. Now the throw gets on out into center field. Trey quickly to his feet, up to third base safely now with one away. And a stolen base and an error on the throw puts Trey all the way up to third base now. As Fabic has a chance to add another RBI in this one, as he leads the team with 27 RBIs now on the season. As first pitch into Sebastian Fabic, second pitch misses low for a ball. 2-0 is the count now to Fabic. As you can imagine, the Copperheads want to build as big a lead as possible with the thin pitching staff that they have. As a 2-0 pitch comes into Fabic, now he lines it out towards second, towards Eddie Rivero. He fields it on the hop, throws it on the first. It will be an RBI ground out as Reese Trey comes in to score. Fabic picks up his second RBI of the ball game. 2-away now in the inning. Well, it's now an 11-0 Copperheads lead here in the top of the third.
Fabic again comes to the plate, gets the job done, and extends the lead for the Copperheads. Again, tremendous play from him all season long.
So just situational hitting there. Knew if he put the ball in play with the infield back, he'd get an RBI. As now it's Carter Cross trying to keep the inning going. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it well out of play down the first baseline, 0-1.
Well, you talked a little bit about the lack of pitching depth for the Copperheads. We've mentioned it kind of all season long, but now it's really a glaring issue as 5 pitchers are listed on the active roster. Just 5.
As now the 0-1 and the Carter Cross will miss away for a ball. Bounces in, 1-1.
But you can count them on one hand. Tanner Glass, Zach Iverson, Nick Kaiser, Braxton Kelly, and Colin Sells are the remaining active pitchers.
As a 1-1 pitch in the Carter Cross swung on and popped out into right field. The right fielder Bruce ranging under it, and he will make the catch. A couple steps into right center field, but the side's retired. But the Copperheads tack on 2 more to push this lead out to 11-0. Heading into the bottom of the third. Big lead for the Copperheads. Zach Iverson going to try to continue to shut down the steam on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Zach Iverson threw 2 scoreless in this start. Has got a big lead to play with. Copperheads scored 9 in the top of the second, all with 2 outs, 4 of them coming on a grand slam from Zion Avery. They tack on 2 more in the top of the third for an 11-0 lead. First pitch in the inning misses low for a ball, 1-0. As up at the plate is Jonathan Bruce, the right fielder. First pitch into him is grounded towards Phil Glasser. At short, he fields it cleanly. Throw on the first in time to retire Bruce. 2 pitches to retire the first man in the bottom of the third. 1 away now.
Well, Austin Dunphy has to love that. Just 2 pitches. Of course, he'll be keeping a count on Iverson's pitch count. But again, we mentioned it. We'll say it again. 5 active pitchers. So Zach Iverson will have to go as long as possible in today's game.
As first pitch in a 9-hitter, Eddie Rivero comes in for a strike, 0-1, and you appreciate such a big lead because now Iverson can just focus on throwing strikes, doesn't have to worry about the ball leaving the yard as the 0-1 pitch misses outside. 1-1, as you can afford to give up a solo homer or 2 up by 11.
You can afford it, but I doubt that Zach Iverson would want to do it.
1-1 pitch lined out towards Reese Trey at second. The ruling is he caught it in the air, as a question is whether it hopped or not. But he got it just before it hopped up. 2 away in the inning now. Lineup turns over to Jake Silverstein. Has only 1 hit the first time through the order for the Steam, who are a very good hitting ball club, second in the GLSCO in batting average coming in, as the first pitch into Silverstein misses just outside for a ball, 1-0.
It's a close pitch on the corner. Iverson thought he painted it. Just missed by a hair.
1-0 pitch, swung on and missed by Silverstein, 1-1, as not a lot of leeway been given on the outside part of the plate.
None at all.
So far in this game, as it's a 1-1 count. Here comes a pitch, as that one will catch the outside corner this time. It'll be a 1-2 count now. As Silverstein in this first at-bat struck out swinging for the first one of the ball game. Iverson has 3. Looking for another here. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, and that one is taken just off the black for a strike. Thought Iverson was about to ring him up there, but 2-2's the count now.
Yeah, that ball is as close as possible to becoming a strike.
2-2 from Iverson. That one will also miss outside for a ball, and after being up 1-2, Silverstein battles back to run it full. 3-2 with 2 away in the bottom of the third. As Iverson winds up, 3-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. Second time he gets Silverstein swinging. 4 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. And the Steam go down in order, 1, 2, 3. When we return, Connor Mills takes us through the play-by-play through the middle innings, 4, 5, and 6. It's Copperheads hold a big lead on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Back here at Max McLeary Field in the top of the 4th inning, Southern Ohio Copperheads at the plate. Tanner Johnson, Zion Avery, and Scott Combs. Copperheads 11, Cincinnati Steam yet to hit the scoreboard as a first pitch fastball from the pitcher Ethan Doty misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And, as we worked through a little bit of technical difficulties through the game, and then Copperheads put in a big top of the second inning as swinging and missing as Tanner Johnson brings the count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. We have neglected to mention that it is Joey Medore's birthday today.
Oh, there it is.
So happy birthday, Joey. You know I had to get that in there
I
at some
figured
point.
it was coming soon. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Connor.
As 1-1 is delivered, misses low and outside, bounces in the turf.
Before
2
you
balls, 1
ask,
strike.
no, I don't feel older. And, yeah. Well, maybe I feel older because I'm working on my birthday, probably the first time ever, but.
Maybe. We'll celebrate later. As a 2-1 is swung on and fouled off towards the right side and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Copperheads 11, and the Cincinnati Steam nothing. But as a team, Iverson trying to give you a nice birthday gift. And I'm sure you enjoyed the 9 runs.
Absolutely. Take a grand slam anytime.
Zion Avery hitting the grand slam, part of the 9-run top of the second inning, as a breaking ball from Ethan Doty misses high to Tanner Johnson. Count is run full to Johnson. Today for Johnson, walked twice, has yet to have an official at-bat, came around to score twice as well. As a 3-2 pitch is swung on, line drive down the line out into right field. That is a fair ball going down into the corner. Johnson rounding first, he's heading for second, and he will go standing. It's a leadoff double for Tanner Johnson here in the top of the 4th inning.
Well, Johnson just trying to protect there with 2 strikes, reaches out and pokes it down the right field line. Wasn't sure if he's going to be able to keep it fair, but it falls in there, gets all the way down into the corner. And Johnson able to pick up a double as he's coming along nicely for the Copperheads ever since joining last weekend.
Well, Johnson picks up the base hit. Johnson is now batting .333 on the season, his short season for the Copperheads. As now Zion Avery, who hit the grand slam in his last at-bat, comes back to the plate. First pitch swinging and missing. Foul tipped it in and out of the glove of the catcher Stoles. Brings count to no balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, and the most impressive thing that, it's happened a few times this year, but all 9 of those runs came with 2 outs for the Copperheads. Just the ability to string those hits together consecutively with 2 outs is really an impressive show of offense.
Well, also what's played a big deal into that was their discipline at the plate, taking 5 walks in that 6th or in the 2nd inning as the ball bounces in the dirt. Brings count even to 1 ball and 1 strike. There was 6 walks, 5 walks allowed by Jordan Menfee, who was on the short end of the stick for the Cincinnati Steam. And Ethan Doty, almost like how Nick Kaiser had to come in and relieve Cameron Stiglitz. Stiglitz didn't throw an official pitch, but he was slated to start, is on the move. Now is Tanner Johnson, the throw down to third, not in time. Johnson steals third base.
I think you got to expect the Copperheads to keep being aggressive like that. You might ask, it's an 11-run lead. Why are you stealing third? Is because, well, you don't know who's pitching after Zach Iverson tonight, as pretty much everybody came in last night. You can't use Braxton Kelly because he's slated to start tomorrow.
He's the probable starter, unless someone out there can throw a couple innings, as the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Brings count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But Zion Avery, the show of power, and talking to our stats guy, Scott, a couple days ago, he just talked about how much kinetic energy Avery comes through the zone with in his swing. And he's a big body out there, so when he gets a hold of one, it goes, and it goes far.
And it went today as a 2-2 from Doty misses on the outside corner. Ball 3, count is run full now to both Tanner Johnson, who's standing on third base, and Zion Avery, the man at the plate. Avery, 1 for 1 today, 4 RBIs with a walk and 2 runs scored as the 3-2 pitch is swung on. Line drive deep out into center field, taking a couple steps back with Stringer, but now he has to run back in to make the catch. The throw all the way to home plate. It's on the dot, but not in time. A very accurate throw from the center fielder Stringer, but just could not get the speed of Tanner Johnson. A sacrifice fly for Zion Avery. Copperheads extend their lead. They've now put up a baker's dozen.
Well, a dozen. Don't jump the gun yet. We're at 12.
Is a baker's dozen 24?
13.
Okay, we've got a dozen here. We've got a dozen.
Got a dozen. There you go. But, yeah, nice job by Avery. Not trying to do too much. Just got to lift the ball out to the outfield. So a good throw out there in center field from Stringer, but just a tad late. Johnson got a good jump on it from third, and just keep on tagging on runs.
Bases are clear for Scott Combs, whose first pitch swing flies it down the line out into right field, but this one goes right of the fence and out of play. No balls and 1 strike to the batter, Scott Combs. Combs 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Was one of the 2 outs recorded by Jordan Menfee in the top of the second before the lineup turned over. Combs then walked in his second at-bat. Also happening in the top of the second inning. Copperheads 12. The Cincinnati Steam nothing. 9 runs in the second, 2 in the third, 1 here in the top of the fourth. As a pitch is in for a called strike, no balls and 2 strikes to Scott Combs.
Another thing that could play into this is, Copperheads were up on the Steam of 8-1 was it back in that first series, and they ended up losing the game 9-8. So don't want a similar situation to happen here. So that's why you keep adding on the runs.
0-2 pitch, swung on flat out to the right side and out of play over near the concession stand. And now the count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
This Steam team is a great hitting team, as I mentioned not that long ago. Second in the league in average, up there towards the top in home runs as well. They got some guys. They can do some damage with the bats, so you got to add on as many as you can.
0-2 pitch from Dottie. A ground ball over towards short. Takes a funny hop, a big hop, but the throw is a strong one from the shortstop Wardwell. Gets Scott Combs. And now there are 2 away here in the top of the fourth inning.
Yeah, Scott Combs a little upset with himself with that one, as he knew that he got out in front and kind of rolled over that breaking ball a little bit. Kind of caught him off guard there. Just an easy ground ball to short.
Well, with the ground out brings up Daniel Cruz. Cruz today grounded out into a fielder's choice and struck out in his 2 times, both coming in the top of the second inning. Was the second and the third out in the top of the second. As now he'll look to get on base for the first time today, as the first pitch is swung on, a ground ball down the line at third. It's a fair ball. Daniel Cruz had a hold off. Now he takes a hard turn, digging for second base, and he goes in standing. It is a double for Daniel Cruz. It was tried to backhand it by Brandon Runyon, the third baseman. It caromed off his glove, went into foul territory down the left field line. Daniel Cruz is on base with a double.
Yeah, not sure exactly how they're going to score that one for Cruz, as it has been ruled a double officially. As it's kind of chopped it down the line. It was a tough backhand play for Runyon. Gets just underneath the glove and out into that foul territory in left field, so able to hustle for a double. Now Glasser gets an RBI opportunity here with 2 outs.
For Phil Glasser today, 1 for 1 with a single back in the third. As now the first pitch to Phil Glasser is taken low and away for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. One on the count, 2 outs here on the top of the fourth inning. Copperheads 12, Cincinnati Steam nothing, as a swing and a miss by Phil Glasser. 1 ball and 1 strike. Count is even at 1 apiece. As now the fastball misses for a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Should Glasser extend the inning, Lucas Nasanti will come to the plate. Nasanti 2 for 3 today. He's had at-bats in the first, second, and third. Has a chance here for 4 at-bats and 4 innings. As now the 2-1 pitch is swung on, line drive out into right center field. That gets down for a base hit. Coming in to score is Daniel Cruz. He trots in slowly, and now the Copperheads have put up that baker's dozen.
Well, there it is. You were just seeing the future a little bit when you talked about it not that long ago, but a good approach there from Glasser. Just lining that one out in the right center field, kept the hands inside the baseball and ripped it out there. Daniel Cruz comes trotting in easily. As an offensive barrage for the Copperheads here throughout these first few innings of this one.
So Phil Glasser, 2 runs scored, 1 RBI today, as now the first pitch to Lucas Nasanti, who I mentioned just before. He has at-bats in the first, second, third, and now here in the top of the fourth with 2 outs. Nasanti bats with the runner at first. Phil Glasser with the RBI single. Bouncing ball through the hole on the right side and in for a base hit. Glasser goes to second base and holding off at first with his third hit of the day. As we're only through 3 2/3 is Lucas Nasanti.
Yeah, that's his second 3-hit ball game of the year as Nasanti bringing the hot bat into this one. Hasn't been playing too much over these last few ball games, but back in the lineup and making an impact in this one, as the one time he got retired is a deep fly ball in the right center field. So seeing the ball very well here from Menfee and Doty in this game. And having himself a day. I mean, he's in that leadoff spot for a reason.
Nasanti previously batting leadoff was batting 154, and leadoff as in leading off an inning. But he has since risen that average. As first pitch to Reese Trey, he missed for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on first and second base here in the top of the 4th inning. 2 runs already in. Copperheads have extended their lead from 11 to 13 here in the top of the 4th. Fastball misses inside to Reese Trahey. 2 balls and no strikes. Trahey on the day, 2 for 3. In search for his third hit. We'll try to follow suit like Lucas Nasanti. As a 2-0 pitch is delivered from Dottie. Misses low and in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. The pitcher, Ethan Doty, who came in to replace Jordan Menfee, who went 1 2/3 of an inning, allowed 4 hits, and a plethora of runs. It was 8 runs, all of them earned. Gave up 5 walks and 2 strikeouts as Reese Trahey takes a ball in for a called strike. 3-0 turns to 3-1. And Trahey's still in the driver's seat. Doty, the 3-1 pitch is taken in for a called strike again. Trahey thought it was low and away, but it's called a strike. Counters run full, and the runners will be in motion.
Well, there hasn't been a lot of leeway on that outside part of the plate so far in this one, so I think that's why Trahey was shocked that that one was called a strike. As it was close, could have gone either way.
The payoff pitch from Doty is swung on and missed, strike 3. The inning comes to a close, but not before the Southern Ohio Copperheads tack on 2 more. It's 13-0 here in Cincinnati, Ohio, in favor of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. We'll be right back in the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice, assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the 4th inning here in Cincinnati, Ohio, as the first pitch from Zach Iverson misses low and away for a ball to Braden Runyon. Runyon today just 0 for 1. Copperheads batters, well, they've to the plate 4 times. Runyon just once as he swings and misses at the Iverson pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, and Iverson's got to be very careful. Runyon, a very dangerous hitter. We saw him homer in the ball game last night. Also had 3 RBIs. So you got to stay out of the middle of the plate, hit your spots. Runyon's the guy that can make you pay.
A bouncing ball over towards short. Glasser has it on the run. The throw across is in time for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Copperheads 13. The Cincinnati Steam, nothing, as now there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, nice pitch there on the outside part of the plate. Gets him to roll over a ground ball to the shortstop. Glasser with a nice throw on the run there, as we've seen him kind of perfect that throw throughout this season. Able to retire a big one there in Runyon.
So Runyon retired on the 6-3 putout. And now Tyler Wardwell at the plate. Wardwell today popped out to the third baseman as he took the first pitch for a ball. Now the second pitch misses inside for a ball as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 the count to Wardwell as now he swings and pokes one down the line in left, but it's slicing foul and out of play. 2-1 the count. Currently Wardwell batting .298. Coming into the day with 56 bats as he takes a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Two-two pitch from Iverson. A line drive up the middle. This one gets through and past Reese Trahey, the second baseman. Rounding first and holding off with the single is Tyler Wardwell. That would be the only second hit of the game. The one who had the first hit, that was Eddie Persinger, and he's at the plate currently. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Copperheads 13, Steam nothing. As Eddie Persinger 1 for 1 today. Continues to be a Copperheads killer. Did a whole lot of damage against Copperheads last season. Second season with the Steam. And he took the first pitch from Zach Iverson for a ball. Second pitch on the way. Taken outside, ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Copperheads with a 13-0 lead. Iverson's 2-0 pitch is taken just a bit low for a ball. 3 straight balls from Iverson, as Iverson has not walked a batter yet in today's game.
Persinger's a batter you want to be very careful with. As you leave anything over the heart of the plate, he can hurt you.
3-0 taken on the outside corner for a called strike. 3-1. Persinger thought it was ball 4.
And that's where you want to locate that pitch. Fastball low and outside, catching the corner. Not much you can do with it, even if he does put a swing. So if you stay there, might be able to get him to ground something, get your double play ball, get out of this inning.
The 3-1 from Iverson is swung on and fouled off towards the left side and off the netting. After going behind 3-0, Zach Iverson now is worked the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth with a runner on first base for the Cincinnati Steam. They have not been able to get a runner past first thus far in today's game. As Iverson working from the stretch, looks down at the dirt. Back to his catcher, Combs. He's ready. The 3-2 pitch is swung on a miss, strike 3. Zach Iverson with his 5th strikeout on the day. And now they're 2 away here.
Yeah, that's a big one to get right there. Is said it time and time again, you call him the Copperheads killer. Persinger's had a good year this season, but battling all the way back down 3-0, didn't fold and just throw him a get-me-over fastball. He locates 3 nice pitches and comes back, gets the punch out. Nice job there by Iverson.
First pitch to ball, ground ball over towards short, taking on a big hop. Phil Glasser will just have to eat it. It'll be either an error or a infield single for Christian Ball, picking up his 4th hit or just going down 3-5 on the season. We'll see how it's scored.
Well, Copperheads haven't played on a lot of real grass fields, so they're used to that true hop that the turf gives them. That one took a little bit of a funny one on Glasser, got him up around the chest. Able to knock it down, but would have been a tough play to make on the run.
And it is charged as an error to the shortstop, Phil Glasser. Runners on first and second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Ethan Stringer at the plate. Stringer 0 for 1 today. Popped out to first base as he's first pitch swing. Bouncing ball up the middle and in for a base hit. Lucas Nasanti has the ball. He will not throw it. He'll elect to throw it to the shortstop, Glasser. 1 run comes in. It's an RBI single for Ethan Stringer. And now the Cincinnati Steam have found their way onto the scoreboard in today's game.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be an unearned run as the error kept the inning alive. As just a nice piece of hitting, able to hit it on the ground where no one was playing, right back up the middle. Not the hardest hit ball, but he got the job done. Steam on the board, still got a long way to go, down a dozen. But Iverson's got to settle back down, get back to doing what he was.
Well, I find it interesting how, even though there are 2 outs here and it was only 1 error, if any other runs come in to score, none of them would come around to be earned against Zach Iverson, as the first pitch is swung on and fouled back over the screen by Nathan Stoles. No balls and 1 strike. So 0-1 the count. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 run has come across to score. That was Tyler Wardwell on the RBI single from Ethan Stringer. Stringer's on first. Over at second base is Christian Bolt. Bolt was on with the error. And now the 0-1 pitch from Zach Iverson misses high and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Iverson again will look to pitch to contact, even though he has 5 strikeouts in today's game. Pitch to contact, get through the innings as quickly as possible, keep the pitch count low, and work as far as possible, because Copperheads only have 5 active pitchers, with Zach Iverson being one of them. Off-speed pitch in for a called strike. Counts at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's a nice job there from Iverson, able to drop in the deuce there on the 1-1 count down at the knees. Nothing the batter can do with it. Now you can do pretty much whatever you want. You can come back with another one of those or try to get him off balance with the fastball. Really up to Iverson. See where Sky Combs elects to go with.
Zach Iverson from the stretch looks back to second. Now at the plate, the 1-2 pitch is bounced in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher, Scott Combs. And now the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you just bury one there on 1-2, you know. Maybe we want to make it a little closer to the plate, try to get him to chase. That one dipped outside. Not the hardest of pitches to lay off of, but still 2-2.
Christian Balt on second base. He reached with the error. Ethan Stringer on first with the RBI single. Nathan Stoles at the plate. 2-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The pitch from Iverson taken inside, ball 3. So Zach Iverson, after being ahead 1-2, has fallen behind 3-2. And now the runners will be in motion here in the bottom of the fourth with 2 away. Iverson was able to get outs from Runyon. Then Persinger will look to get Stoltz out here. The 3-2 pitch is taken just low. Ball 4, and now the bases are loaded. First walk allowed by Zach Iverson. And now Jonathan Bruce, a pitcher-converted hitter, is at the plate.
Yeah, just got to settle down. Bases are loaded, but Iverson, all he needs to do is get one more out to get out of this inning. Still holding on to a 12-run lead, so all you got to do is worry about throwing strikes.
Well, he throws a strike right there, and swing and a miss by Jonathan Bruce. Bruce 0 for 1 today with a ground out to short. As Iverson will look to either do the same, get a strikeout, or find a way to retire Jonathan Bruce. Bruce came into yesterday's game in right field as he swings, lines one down the line out into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Cincinnati's team will have 2 more coming in, and maybe 1 more as well. Rounding second and heading for third as the ball is thrown to third. The tag is applied, and the run will score as home plate umpire Justin Penix signals that the run has scored. 3 runs come across on the double from Jonathan Bruce, but the Southern Ohio Copperheads still have a 13-4 lead over the Cincinnati Steam as we enter into the top of the 5th inning. None of those runs are earned against Zach Iverson. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's, located off of Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood, Ohio Realty, will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give them a call at 594-8385.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the fifth inning as the Copperheads gave up a couple runs in the bottom of the fourth inning. Copperheads 13, Steam 4. New man on the mound for the Cincinnati Steam coming in to replace Ethan Doty is Casey Grimm from Cincinnati, Ohio, a hometown kid. 6 foot, 210 pounds from Wright State University. 1-1 on the season with a 5.44 ERA. This will be his 6th relief appearance. Has not made a start. 9 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, and has given up 13 hits. Last outing came on July 3rd against the Richmond Jazz, where he went 2 innings, allowed a run, 2 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Book is closed on Ethan Doty. Doty went 2 1/3, allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, only 4 earned, 1 walk, and struck out 1. As he will have at the plate Sebastian Fabic, Carter Cross, and Tanner Johnson all due up here in the top of the fifth. The first pitch from Casey Grimm is swung on and missed by Fabic. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch from Grimm is taken in for a called strike. A breaking ball taken at the knees. 0-2.
It looks like Grimm has a little bit of a slower velocity than the last 2 arms that have been brought out in the ball game. So Copperheads have to adjust, just wait back a little bit longer.
The 0-2 pitch is taken low and inside for a ball. Counts at 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Sebastian Fabic today, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs as the off-speed pitch is swung on, poked out into shallow right field. That one will fall down for a base hit. Sebastian Fabic 2 for 4, picks up 2 hits in today's ball game and gets things started for the Southern Ohio Copperheads in the top of the fifth.
Well, definitely not his hardest hit single on the year, but got just enough on that off-speed pitch to muscle it down the right field line for the single.
Well, when you've been hitting the way that Sebastian Fabic has been hitting, those type of hits, he'll take them. Batting average now up to .391 on the season.
Incredible.
Just unbelievable. We can think of other adjectives as we go along.
Stupendous.
First pitch missed for a ball to Carter Cross. 1-0 is swung on, ground ball over towards short. Smooth delivery by the shortstop Wardwell. The throw across, it is in time. It's a double play, a 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs here in the top of the fifth.
Yeah, Cross kind of rolled over that one to the shortstop. Nice delivery there, as you mentioned, smooth pickup. Enough time to make the double play. Kind of tailor-made there, 6-4-3. That leadoff single's erased.
And Fabic wanted nothing to do with the slide. He kind of just peeled off as soon as the out was made. I want a Chase Utley, Ruben Tejada, circa 2015 play.
And there's the Mets reference for the day.
First pitch is swung on a miss by Tanner Johnson, 0-1.
Those were when you guys had those 2 glory years there.
Well, I really only count 1. It was a quick out in 2016.
You had the what looked like the rotation for the future.
Well, I thought it was. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter, Tanner Johnson. Johnson today, 1 for 1 with 2 walks. This is his 4th plate appearance so far. With 2015, DeGrom, Harvey, Syndergaard, Bartolo Colon, as the fastball's taken on the outside
to highlight
corner.
that list of arms, Bartolo Colon.
I believe it was around that time that Colon hit his first home run. It was against the San Diego Padres.
Yeah, and he took a minute to run around the bases.
The 1-2 is swung on, fouled off towards the right side. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Tanner Johnson. I forget the year that Colon hit the home run. It was somewhere around 15, 16. 1-2 the count. Johnson designated hitting in today's game as 1-2 is delivered, missed low for a ball. It counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, out there on the mound, Grimm has a nice deceptive changeup. He threw it on that pitch. Good job by Johnson being able to decipher it, taking that pitch low for a ball.
From the windup, Grimm's pitch is swung on, bouncing ball right back up the middle and in for a base hit. A single off the bat of Tanner Johnson. It was a single from Sebastian Fabic. He was erased by the 6-4-3 double play from Carter Cross, but Tanner Johnson gets on base with 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning, and Zion Avery at the plate.
Yeah, and for Tanner Johnson to pretty much not be playing baseball from the spring season for a couple months there till now, has come in and really looked good. As he had a .333 average, that will continue to climb after that at-bat. So, of course, not too many at-bats just yet, but he's come in and he's done a good job so far.
Well, he was fed this morning as we saw him at Wendy's as the first pitch was swung on and missed for a strike to Zion Avery.
He did. First time a player spotted at Wendy's.
Yeah.
This year, surprisingly.
That
Out
was
of all
good.
the times we've been there.
Appreciate the support from Wendy's all season long. 0-1 the count to Zion Avery. Avery today, 1 for 1 with a sacrifice fly and 5 RBIs. Majority of them coming off of a grand slam. Doesn't have the opportunity here with only 1 on and 2 out in the top of the 5th. Takes a off-speed pitch in for a called strike by Casey Grimm. And now Zion Avery is behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Grimm stares down his catcher Stoles. Now the lefty deals. The 0-2 is taken on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. First time that Zion Avery will have a over at the plate. And now the Copperheads take their 13-4 lead into the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Moretine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmoretine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Max McLeary Field in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Southern Ohio Copperheads have a 13-4 lead over the Cincinnati Steam as the first pitch misses outside to the 9-batter, Eddie Rivero. Rivero, this is his second bat of the day, is 0 for 1 with the pop out to second base. As a 1-0 pitch is swung on and found straight back to the extended netting in front of the press box, and now the count's at 1 ball and 1 strike. For Zach Iverson, let up 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th, but all of them are unearned as there were 2 outs. As the off-speed pitch misses to Eddie Rivero, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 pitch is taken inside at the hands of Rivero, and now Zach Iverson's threatening to walk his second batter of the day, 3-1. Rivero batting .250 as he lines one down the line and out into left field. Right through the hole of short and third. And now runner on first base. The leadoff man gets on for the Cincinnati Steam, and the lineup turns over to Jake Silverstein.
Yeah, we know it's a good hitting lineup, so you know they're going to pick up some base hits throughout the game as Iverson got a little touched up that last inning. Now leadoff man on here, but he's got to keep throwing strikes. You got a 9-run lead to work with, so just keep the ball in the ballpark, throw strikes, let your defense make plays for you.
Swing and a miss by Jake Silverstein. He's swung and missed 3 times in the first and third, 2 strikeouts. Responsible for the first and 4th strikeout for Zach Iverson. Iverson's got 5 so far on the day. Second pitch in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Copperheads 13-4 lead as Zach Iverson will call timeout on the mound. Throwing in the ball, didn't like the grip, and we'll exchange it for a different one. Iverson pitching from the stretch. He's only had 1-1-2-3 inning in today's game. That was the bottom of the 1st as a swing and a foul back, and this one goes right to the top of the extended netting. Iverson ahead of the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count. Zach Iverson. 1-2 pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts by Jake Silverstein on the day. Zach Iverson has had his number. And the 6th strikeout recorded by Zach Iverson.
Well, this is what Zach Iverson's done all season long, just continuing to ring up batters. Has got some swing and miss stuff. It's just incredible. This kid doesn't pitch for any kind of university. We've heard many times this year, he's the 3rd baseman for Michigan State, but he might be getting a new look after this summer.
Oh, the 3rd baseman from Michigan State throws a first pitch ball to Braden Runyon. 1 ball, no strikes. Runyon today has been held off the base paths, a strikeout in the 1st and a ground out in the 4th as he bats for the 3rd time. 1-0 the count. The pitch in is swung on and foul tipped straight back to the netting. A ball and a strike. One the count. Runner on first base here for the Cincinnati Steam with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Zach Iverson's 1-1 pitch is bounced to the catcher Scott Combs. Can't find it. Instead, it's in the left-handed batter's batting box. And taking second base is Eddie Rivero.
Yeah, it's actually blocked by Scott Combs. They're just unable to find it out in front of him. And Rivero noticed that. Breaks for second, comes in easily. Now runner in scoring position with 1 away.
Two on the count to the batter, Braden Runyon. As Zach Iverson takes a deep breath, stepped off, now steps back on to toe the rubber. Dangerous batters ahead for Iverson. Checks back to second base, looks to the plate and deals. The 2-1 line drive down the line out into left, but slicing foul. It's just a loud foul ball from the bat of Braden Runyon. And now Iverson has a count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, yeah, hard contact there from Runyon, but way out in front of it. So now Iverson got to try to make a good pitch here.
2-2 the count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch from Iverson is taken on the inside corner, strike 3 called. Second time that Iverson has been able to strike out Runyon in today's game. Now with the runner on second base, Iverson is 1 out away.
Yep, nice spot there on the inside corner. Nothing Braden Runyon can do with it. Freezes him. And after that leadoff single, back-to-back punch-outs for Iverson. Looking like he's settling back in here as he continues on throughout this outing.
Tyler Wardwell at the plate. Wardwell 1 for 2 today with a single. Came around to score as the first pitch hits the inside corner on Wardwell. 0-1.
Nice pitch there at the knees by Iverson. As he's been spotting real well here throughout this inning despite the leadoff single.
Wardwell with a fly ball to the 3rd baseman Cruz and then singled in the 4th where he came around to score on the Ethan Stringer single. As a pitch from Iverson missed for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom 5. Iverson trying to work through a scoreless bottom half of the 5th. Long hold for Iverson. Checks back to second, now deals to the plate. Swing and a miss by Tyler Wardwell. And Iverson's 1 strike away from putting the bottom of the 5th to rest.
There's a long swing there from Wardwell on that breaking ball outside. So now Iverson, he can go that breaking ball again, maybe run a fastball high, 1-2 up in the count, see where he elects to go here.
The 1-2 from Iverson. A check swing. Grounded it right back to Iverson. The underhand tossed to first in time, and the side is retired. No runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We head to the top of the 6th. Copperheads 13, Cincinnati Steam 4. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Scott Combs, Daniel Cruz, Phil Glasser all due up here in the top of the 6th inning. It's a large lead for the Copperheads. 9-run lead, 13-4 over the Cincinnati Steam. The Steam picked up the victory against the Copperheads in yesterday's game as the off-speed pitches in for a called strike to Scott Combs, 0-1. Combs on the day, 0 for 2 with a walk. Strikeout in the second. A walk also in the second as a foul ball off towards the right side and out of play, 0-2. And then a 6-3 ground out, so he grounded out to short. 0-2 the count from Casey Grimm, who's in his second inning of relief. As the 0-2 is a ball bounced over towards first, taking on a large hop is Bolts. He steps on first himself. And the first out is recorded here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, well, Grimm does a really good job keeping the Copperheads off balance right now as he threw 3 pitch to Combs, all different. Went fastball, changeup, slider, keeping them guessing up there at the plate. He just kind of cues one over to first base for the first out of the inning. As they need some longevity from someone. It's down, giving up 13 runs through the first 4 innings. Need someone to be able to eat up some innings for him here.
Well, it was 1 2/3 of an inning by Jordan Menfee as Daniel Cruz stands in. 1-0 the count to Cruz as the second pitch from Grimm is taken low. 2 balls and no strikes. For Daniel Cruz, 1 for 3 on the day, grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out. Had a double down the third base line in the 4th. As now the 2-0 pitch from Grimm is taken in for a call and strike, 2-1.
Yeah, I was good to see Cruz pick up a double as he's up there on the team leaders in doubles on the season. Haven't seen him hit one in a while, though. So encouraging to see as we hope through these last few weeks of the season he gets his bat going again like he had it when he first got here.
2-1 is a pop fly, shallow center field. Ranging back to shortstop Wardwell. He makes the catch, and there are 2 away. So 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Copperheads lead 13-4 as now Phil Glasser at the plate. Glasser today 2 for 2 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. So he's had himself a nice day at the plate. First time seeing Casey Grimm as a first ball was in for a called strike. 0-1.
Yeah, front door breaking ball breaking away there from Glasser. He's going to have to stay on that pitch. I'm sure we'll see it again from the lefty Grimm in this at-bat.
Second pitch misses for a ball, 1 strike with 2 outs here on the top of the 6th inning. Should Phil Glasser extend the inning, Lucas Nasanti, the man on deck.
And should he be retired, it'd be the first 3-up, 3-down inning for the Copperheads in the ball game.
1-1 misses outside, brings the count to 2-1 now. So 2-1 the count. 2 outs. Glasser looking for his 3rd hit on the day. As now Casey Grimm ready from the windup. He deals a swing and a line drive deep out into left center field. Ranging back is a center fielder and making the catch a couple feet in front of the warning stripe is Stringer. And the 3rd out has been recorded in the top of the 6th. Copperheads still hold a 13-4 lead over the Cincinnati Steam as they go to the home half of the 6th inning. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's, located off of Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood, Ohio Realty, will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give them a call at 594-8385.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Cincinnati, Ohio at Max McLeary Field. It'll be Eddie Persinger, Christian Bolt, and Ethan Stringer all due up for the Cincinnati Steam. Zach Iverson remains on the mound for the Copperheads. His first pitch in for a called strike to Eddie Persinger. Persinger 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. It was swinging and also had a single as he swings and misses the fastball from Zach Iverson. Quickly behind on the count is Eddie Persinger. No balls and 2 strikes. Coming out to attack is Zach Iverson as the 0-2 pitch is taken outside. Ball 1.
It's a waste pitch there, 0-2, trying to get him to chase it outside where Combs wanted him to throw it. It's where he was lined up. As you had one to blow there, 0-2.
Now the 1-2 misses low and inside. Combs again tips his glove over to Iverson, right where he wanted it. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A couple of good takes there from Persinger.
Now the pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Make it 8 for Zach Iverson. 8 strikeouts on the day. Second strikeout of Eddie Persinger. And now Christian Bolt comes to the plate. Bolt is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and an error. So he's 0 for 1 or 0 for 2 on the day. As a first pitch to Bolt, just missed outside. Iverson thought that hit the outside corner, but he digresses.
This is incredible. How often he's able to retire guys via the punch out. He's able to spot his pitches very well. He's got 8 more in this ball game.
1-0 is taken right down the middle on a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I mean, he's now at 48 on the season, at the top of the league. I mean, if you take a look at his Ks in all of his outings, 6, 8, 7, 8, and 10.
Curveball goes in for a called strike, 1-2.
As now he's at 8 again. This is really impressive, the stuff that this kid has for not being a pitcher.
The 1-2 pitch from Iverson. A bouncing ball over towards second. Ground ball is fielded by the second baseman, Trahey. The throw over to first in time, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th.
You need a ground ball, he can do that too.
He can pitch to contact or he can strike you out. And he's not going to walk a whole lot of batters.
Yep, nice on the 1-2 pitch, just getting him to roll something over to the second baseman, Trey. Stays down on the ball. As you never know on these grass fields if the ball will take a funny hop on you or not, but that one stays low. Trey fields it cleanly, makes a throw on to first.
First pitch swinging is Ethan Stringer as he flies it out to the right side and out of play. 0-1. 0-1 the count. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. As a pitch is swung on, line drive down the line out into left field, and that gets down and all the way to the wall. Taking out the wall is Carter Cross, rounding first and heading for second base is Ethan Stringer. It's a 2-out double for the Cincinnati Steam here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, just left that one up a little bit. Stringer punished it out into left field. Nice piece of hitting there. There's no hurt there for Iverson. Just got a runner on base now. Got to work out of the stretch. We're still holding on to a 9-run lead here.
Only 5 hits allowed, or 6 hits allowed on the day by Zach Iverson. For the Copperheads, 13 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. Cincinnati Steam, 4 runs, 6 hits, and an error of their own. 13-4 is the score here in the bottom of the 6th in favor of Southern Ohio as Zach Iverson pitches to Nathan Stoltz. The first pitch missed for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 the count with 2 outs. As now the pitch is swung on, a pop fly high into the middle infield. Ranging into shallow center field. Second baseman Trahey makes one-hand grab, and the 3rd out has been made in the bottom of the 6th inning. Copperheads lead 13-4. We'll throw it to Joe Medor on his birthday for the final innings in regulation. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the...
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, top of the 7th, only 3 innings remaining here in this Game 2 contest between the Copperheads and the Steam as the Copperheads lead at 13-4. Heading into this top of the 7th inning. Top of the order, do it for the Copperheads is Nasanti, Trahey, and Sebastian Fabic. Looking to continue to pour it on. The Steam as first pitch into Nasanti is ruled a swing by Nasanti. He tried to hold back, but unsuccessful. Pitch would have been called a ball. But instead it's a strike 0-1 as Nasanti has 3 singles on the day and 4 at-bats. His second 3-hit game on the season. As the 0-1 pitch comes inside to Nasanti. 1-1 is the count now. As Nasanti doing the job at the leadoff spot in this game, reaching base 3 times. As a 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball lined out into left field. That's another base hit for Lucas Nasanti. He is now 4 for 5 And forget a 3-hit game. He's got 4 now. First 4-hit game for Nasanti on the season. Leadoff man on here in the top of the 7th.
Why not? Just keep on tacking on hits. Just keep on going, Nasanti. Keep on showing off.
Well, he could be a candidate for player of the game. Not sure if Nasanti has won one yet this season.
I can't remember off the top of my head. I know somebody takes count.
But with a 4-hit game, obviously a candidate here in this top half of the 7th inning. As he now leads off first, Reese Trahey digs in. First pitch in from the lefty. Casey Grimm misses outside for a ball, 1-0 as Trahey on the day. 2 for 4, couple of singles. He's also struck out and popped up 2 shortstop. Came around to score 1 time. Has 2 RBIs as well as he swings and chops that one towards first. The first baseman ball would throw on to second base, a shortstop covering for the force out. 2 slowly hit to record the double play. Trahey is safe at first now. Nasanti will jog back into the dugout. 1 away in the top of the 7th. Still a runner on first base. Sebastian Fabic due up next.
The Copperheads, Sebastian Fabic.
Trahey got lucky on the 1. Got an infield single on a bouncing ball to first. Not so lucky this time. Fielded much better by the first baseman Bolt. Better position for him to field it in. And he made the easy out.
So now it's Sebastian Fabic as on the day. 2 for 4 with a couple of singles. Has 2 RBIs as well. As the first pitch into him is taken up high for a ball, 1-0. As one of the RBIs came on a base hit, the other one on a ground ball. Responsible for 2 of the 13 runs scored by the Copperheads in this game. Is a big rip at that pitch, but he just gets a piece of it, fouls it back, 1-1. As the Copperheads bursted out for 9 runs with 2 away in the inning in the top of the 2nd to jump out to an early 9-0 lead. They got as high as 13-0 before the Steam scored 4 unanswered runs as Fabic now lines that one down into right field, and that will get all the way to the wall. Going into third is Reese Trahey. Fabic digging for 2. Getting the stop sign at third from Coach Dunphy is Reese Trahey. Won't be an RBI, but Fabic has his 3rd hit of the ball game with a double as he continues to extend his doubles lead on the team. And now 2 in scoring position with 1 away. Copperheads looking to continue to tack on to this 9-run lead.
Well, of course, Lucas Nasanti gets a nice day. We think, all right, Nasanti can get the Danny Min Electric Player of the Game. And then here comes Sebastian Fabic, 3 for 5 and 2 RBIs. So Fabic always making a case for the electric player.
And of course, Zion Avery with the grand slam has got to be up there too. A lot of guys. Well, when you score 13 runs, it's going to be tough to choose.
It'll be very tough.
Your player of the game. Luckily, that's not up to me.
Who's that up to?
I couldn't tell you. First pitch into Carter Cross, grounds it back towards the mound. Knocked down by Grimm. Runners have to stay put. As thought that ball might get through up the middle, but Grimm sticks the glove out and knocks it down. So runners stay put, 2 away now. Cross unable to pick up a base knock, and now Tanner Johnson will try to keep the inning going here with 2 away.
Are you saying that the voting committee is a secret society for the Dan Niman Player of the Game?
I mean, I think it's the media people, but I don't I don't know. I just feel like I get a text message about the 9th inning, and it says, this is our guy. And I'm just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I don't have all the numbers saved in that chat, so it could be whoever. Could be game day staffers for all I know. Who knows?
You said you don't know. I mean,
There's
could
like
be
15 people in that group chat. I might have like 4 numbers saved in it.
We'll get you the numbers sometime. I don't even have all the numbers yet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, season's almost over.
We'll get them eventually.
Yeah, a lot of effort. A lot of effort. It's tough. Everybody has a different area code when you all go to. We all come from different places, so you can't like figure it out.
We got Baltimore numbers, New Jersey, Kentucky,
all throughout Ohio. But Tanner Johnson up now. First pitch into him, taken in for a called strike. Changeup thrown by Grimm. 0-1 to Tanner Johnson, who's DHing in this ball game. Has had a double 2 at-bats ago, then followed up with a single. Couple of base knocks for him in this one. As he tries to pick up another, add a couple RBIs. The 0-1 chopped out towards short, fielded. Throw on to first will be in time to record Tanner Johnson as he was hustling. But the throw still gets him by steps, so despite 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 away, Copperheads unable to tack on to the 9-run lead as we head into the bottom of the 7th. 13-4. Copperheads trying to even this series up at 1. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Iverson on the bump for his 7th inning of work as he's allowed 4 runs, though, none of them being earned as the first pitch of the innings taken outside for a ball to Jonathan Bruce, 1-0, as Bruce is 1 for 2 on the day. Ground out to short double in his last at-bat. As that pitch misses for a ball, 2-0 now. As here comes a pitch, swung on and missed. Big swing there by Bruce. 2-1 is the count now as Zach Iverson has punched out 8 batters so far in this one. Not good for his season high. It was 10 back in his last outing. But just a few away from maybe topping it. 2-1 pitch comes right down the middle for a strike, and Bruce, after being ahead 2-0, finds a count even at 2-2. As Iverson shakes off a couple signs, now gets one he likes. Here comes a 2-2 home. Swung on a miss, strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Zach Iverson. This kid is ridiculous out there on the mound. Strikeout after strikeout on the season, leading the league. 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th.
Anyone who overtakes him in the league only has around 3 or 4 more strikeouts. Maybe their start comes a little bit sooner than Zach Iverson's, but then he just continues to blow people away and extends that lead on the GLSCL in strikeouts.
So now first pitch into Eddie Rivera, swung and grounded out towards Zion Avery at first base, fields it on the backhand, takes it to the bag himself. 1 pitch, 1 out. 2 away now here in the bottom of the 7th inning for Iverson.
They gotta love that if you are Austin Dunphy. Again, I'm not sure who's in the bullpen today, but Iverson's on the mound.
You might be in the bullpen today.
Maybe. They clocked me at 66 miles per hour. I don't know if I do any well.
Lineup turns over. First pitch into Silverstein is taken up high for a ball. 1-0. Silverstein has been a strikeout victim 3 times, trying to avoid the old sombrero on this at-bat. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, runs inside and high. Silverstein ducks away a little bit. 2-0 now.
Well, I would have hit the sombrero if he was wearing the sombrero, but just a helmet.
2-0 pitch, swung on and popped up into right field. Looks like Sebastian Fabic high as it lined up. Few steps to his left, he makes the catch, and Zach Iverson with a 3-up, 3-down inning. As Iverson continues to roll through this order, 9 strikeouts so far. What we've become used to from the kid from Michigan State this year as we head into the top of the 8th. Copperheads 13, Steam 4. Listen to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
Hi, this is Thomas Cesaro from Lee University, and you're listening to Copperheads on the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the 8th here at Max McCleary Field. Copperheads holding on to a 13-4 lead. As Casey Grimm staying on the mound for the Steam, as he's trying to save the bullpen a little bit here in this ball game. It was a short outing for the starter Jordan Menfee, as he only won an inning and 2/3, giving up 4 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned. As first pitch into Zion Avery, big cut, but Zion comes up empty 0-1. 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, facing 14 batters, and it was Ethan Doty going 2 1/3, giving up 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, a walk and a strikeout. Grimm has had some success over 3 innings, hasn't allowed a run yet, as the 0-1 pitch into Zion, another big swing, but the fastball gets by Grimm. 0-2 is the count now to Zion Avery, who back in that 9-run second inning launched his 3rd homer of the year. It was a grand slam for RBIs 11, 12, 13, and 14 for him on the season, as the 0-2 pitch misses low and away for a ball. 1-2 now to Zion.
And it seems like Zion likes the high and inside pitch. He belted that grand slam. Ball was probably out of the strike zone, but right in the wheelhouse for Avery.
So here comes the 1-2 pitch into Zion. Swing and pops it a mile high up into shallow infield, as neither the first baseman or catcher located. Finally, the pitcher, Grimm, calls everybody off, comes off the mound, makes the catch. It looks like it could have been a disaster there for the Steam for the second, as looked like the ball might have got lost up in the lights or something, but the pitcher Grimm locates it as 1 away in the innings. We got some fireworks going off now deep out in the center field.
We do. Unfortunately, the camera can't see it.
Obviously not ours or the Steam's or anything like that, just someone shooting off some fireworks out there.
2 days late, but we'll still take it.
You get them cheaper after the 4th of July. Well, they start giving you like the buy 1, get 3 free.
You get
because they're just trying to get rid of all their fireworks. As first pitch into Scott Combs comes in for a strikeout and 1.
I mean, people still buy fireworks when it's not the 4th of July. You can set them off at birthday parties.
Oh, I'm sure of. New Year's.
New Year's.
New Year's. That's a big one.
Yep. Graduations.
0-1 in the Scott Combs, misses low for a ball. 1-1, as those aren't little flares. Those are real fireworks being set off out there. As it's a 1-1 count now into the catcher, Scott Combs. Combs 0 for 3 on the day. As the 1-1 pitch into him is laced out into deep left field, and that will get down and all the way to the wall. Scott Combs will round second, head into 2. The relay throw as comes in strong. Combs will head back to first, as he took a big round, got about halfway to the bag at second, then saw the relay throw coming in, thought better of it. It'll be a long single for Scott Combs, his first hit of the day. A base runner is on with 1 away now here in the top of the 8th.
That's a long single from Scott Combs, and I saw Michael Blatchford, the first base coach, and assistant coach Austin Dunphy. Over at first, he was kind of just stomping his feet, kind of just trudging over to Scott Combs, kind of poking him a little bit.
We saw Combs steal a base a few games ago. He showed off the speed on that one. Just not too fleet of foot on that base hit down the line, as now the first pitch into Daniel Cruz is taken for a strike, 0-1. As Cruz on the day, 1 for 4. He roped a double back in the 5th inning. Retired his other 3 times up, as the 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled over the first base dugout and out of play. 0-2 now to Cruz.
Well, popping out of the bullpen, it looked like a Cincinnati Steam pitcher over near the pavement area, and just tried to make the catch just out of his reach.
Remember, fans, return all foul balls to concession stand.
And, of course, the all foul balls being returned. Announcement that you hear at every stadium here at the GLSCL coming over the PA. As the 0-2 pitch into Daniel Cruz rides high for a ball, 1-2.
I guess you can't really give away balls until you're in the minor leagues. Minor leagues or MLB.
But you get a ball in the minor league game, it's all beat up because they keep the old ones.
That's true. Top to bottom, right? The new balls go to MLB.
That's right.
Then AAA and trickles down.
1-2 into Daniel Cruz, misses just a bit low and inside for a ball, evens up the count at 2. As a 13-4 Copperheads lead, looking to even up this series and try to force a rubber match with the Cincinnati Steam tomorrow, who lead the GLSCL South Division currently. Copperheads trying to pick up some ground here and make a push for the postseason.
3.5 games back on the Steam.
2-2 into Daniel Cruz. Breaking ball stays outside, runs the count full now to Cruz. As Scott Combs leads off first. As Grimm has not walked a batter yet in this outing, trying to avoid his first. As the lefty comes set, takes a peek at Scott Combs at first. Now comes home with the full count pitch. Daniel Cruz swung on and allowed contact by Cruz, but well foul. As he hit that ball a long way, but out in front of it, we'll see another full count pitch.
Well, Cruz jumped all over that pitch. That was his pitch. He was just a little bit too eager to hit it and produce the loud contact.
So count remains full to Cruz. Here comes another one as that ball is roped out into left field. It is deep and it will get out of here for a homer. Daniel Cruz flips the bat, his second home run on the season. And it's now a 15-4 Copperheads lead here in the top of the 8th.
Well, Cruz had been struggling as of late. Finally, he breaks out, and what a way to break out. A daunting 2-run home run deep out into left field.
As he knew it, as soon as it left the bat, as we mentioned, the pitch before he hit a long way foul. That one he's able to wait back on and unloads one over the left field wall. Second homer of the year for Cruz, as now head coach Kyle Weldon coming out maybe to pull Grimm from the ballgame. He did a fine job, got through 3 1/3 innings shutout before giving up the home run to Daniel Cruz. As the lead is now up to 11 for the Copperheads in this game. Another new man on the mound when we return after this break. Copperheads with a big 11-run lead over the Cincinnati Steam here at Max McCleary Field. Listen to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility, lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hardworking boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. See us celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh is one of the premier...
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Back here at Max McCleary Field as the pitching change. Fourth arm on the mound for the Steam, and this one Alex Fursden. As his first pitch into Phil Glasser catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 as Fursden on the year, 1-0. With a 2.04 ERA. This is the sixth appearance. No starts on the year. 13 2/3 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 21 hits given up, 5 walks. As that pitch bounces into the mound and all the way back into the backstop, 1-1. As he faced the Copperheads back on June 12th in the 9-8 victory for the Steam, went 3 2/3 of scoreless innings. 3 hits, 1 walk, a couple of strikeouts. As the 1-1 into Phil Glasser misses outside for a ball, 2-1. Right before the break, Daniel Cruz launched a 2-run homer over the left field wall to extend the Copperheads lead from 9-11. It's now 15-4. As a 2-1 into Glasser swung on and missed strike 2. Actually foul tipped it back into the mitt. 2-2 count now to Phil Glasser.
Well, we saw fireworks earlier on today, and now Daniel Cruz provides some fireworks of his own.
A lot of free fireworks all over the place. Out in deep center field. Out on the field today. It's 2-2 pitch. Filthy breaking ball there from Fearsden. Comes back over the outside corner, taken by Glasser. Strike 3. 2 away now here in the top of the 8th. Lineup turns back over to Lucas Nasanti.
Let's flip that K. Batting for the Copperheads, Lucas DeSanti.
Nasanti 4 for 5 on the day with 4 singles. As first pitch into him, breaks in for a strike, 0-1. As Nasanti with his first 4-hit ball game on the year. As we've only seen 1 5-hit game from a Copperhead this year. It was Thomas Cesaro against the Grand Lake Mariners. As the 0-1 pitch fouled away by Nasanti, 0-2.
Yeah, Cesaro went 5 for 5, but unfortunately he had to go home as well. Pitching depth depleted even more.
0-2 into Nasanti, and he will get the 5th hit of the ball game for him. Lined that one into center field for a base hit. Nasanti continuing to rake at the top of the order in this one. He's now 5 for 6 as the average continues to climb. For Nasanti, Reese Trahey will get a chance to hit here now in the top of the 8th.
And Nasanti just continues to hit after hit after hit. Really impressive showing from the Youngstown State product.
Now first pitch into Trahey, misses up high for a ball, 1-0. As just an offensive outburst for the Copperheads in this ball game. 15 runs on 18 hits and an error, just 4 runs on 6 hits and an error for the Steam. As 1-0 pitch into Trahey comes in at the letters for a strike, 1-1. As now some rain starting to come down here in Cincinnati. As you see the umbrellas down in front of us, many of the fans taking cover. As the 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled away by Reese Trahey. 1-2 is the count now, with 2 away in the inning. So Trahey trying to keep this inning going. Already 2 home on the 2-run shot from Daniel Cruz. 1-2 pitch from Fearsden. Breaking ball breaks in on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. So a couple of strikeouts for Fearsden to get the Steam out of the 8th inning, but they still trail by a lot, down by 11. Heading into the bottom of the 8th, Copperheads 6 outs away from a victory. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brands story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Close the book on Zach Iverson's day as the first pitch in from the new man, Tanner Glass, comes into Braden Runyon for a strike, 0-1. As Iverson on the day, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, none of them being earned, 9 strikeouts. As the 0-1 pitch taken inside for a ball, 1-1. As Tanner Glass now on the mound, as we were wondering who might come in to this ball game if Iverson didn't go the distance. 1-1 pitch fouled away. 1-2 is the count now to Braden Runyon. As a little bit of rain starting to come through Cincinnati right now towards the end of this ball game. As 1-2 pitch taken up high for a ball by Runyon. 2-2 is on the year pitching. Tanner Glass 1-0 with a .55 ERA in 5 appearances, 12 2/3 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 5 hits, 5 walks. As 2-2 pitch, breaking ball taken on the outside corner for a strike. Nasty 2-strike pitch there from Glass. He gets his first strikeout, 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th.
Tanner Glass just doing what Zach Iverson has been doing all game long, gets a strikeout and continues the dominant pitching performance from the Copperheads today.
So now Tyler Wardwell steps up to the plate. First pitch into him, swung on and missed, big swing. But out in front of it, 0-1. As Glass in his last outing didn't get a decision, went 4 innings in relief, no runs, no hits, couple of walks and a strikeout. Facing 13 batters as the 0-1 pitch taken high and outside for a ball, 1-1. As Glass been very effective out of the pen this year ever since joining the team, only giving up 1 run in his 5 appearances. Out of Southern Wesleyan University, 1-1 pitch, breaking ball bends in the zone for a strike. 1-2 is the count now. As Wardwell on the day, 1 for 3 as a single. As 1-2 pitch, breaking ball from Tanner Glass gets him way off balance, swung on and missed. Tanner Glass comes in, punches out back-to-back, now 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. Paysinger digging in.
The designated hitter, number 21, Eddie Persinger.
Eddie Persinger on the day, 1 for 3 with a single, a couple of strikeouts. Of course, all against Zach Iverson, his first at-bat against Glass. First pitch taken in the dirt for a ball, 1-0.
Rain appears to be coming down a little bit harder now.
As a 1-0 pitch taken up high for a ball, 2-0 now to Persinger.
Hopefully it cools it down. It was 91 earlier today. Felt like 100.
2-0 pitch into Persinger's a high fly ball out in the center field. Looks like Nasanti will have it lined up a few steps into left center field. He makes the catch, and Tanner Glass does the job out of the pen. 3 up, 3 down inning in the bottom of the 8th. It's Copperheads just 3 outs away from a victory. But first, they got a bat in the top half of the 9th, up by 11 on the Steam. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brands story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. See us celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller and Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region.
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
Well, Zion Avery having a nice day. 5 RBIs, actually. 4 of them coming on a grand slam as first pitch into Sebastian Fabic. Is an appeal down the first. Ruled a swing on the check swing. Fabic thought he held back. But it'll be down in the count 0-1 as the Copperheads still leading it 15-4. Here in the ball game, as 0-1 pitch comes into the zone for a strike. 0-2 is the count now to Fabic. As Fabic's had a nice day at the plate, 3 hits, couple of RBIs, one of the hits being a double. Pretty standard day for Sebastian Fabic so far this season as the 0-2 pitch, breaking ball from Fursden, bends outside for a ball, 1-2. But here comes the 1-2 pitch from Fursden into Fabic. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Fursden now 3 strikeouts since coming in the 8th inning. As now Carter Cross will come up. As Fursden just trying to be the first steam pitcher that has not issued a run in this ball game, as the first 3 all have. First pitch into Carter Cross. Misses up high for a ball, 1-0. As Southern Ohio trying to even up this series at 1 and force a rubber match in the ball game tomorrow as breaking ball comes into the zone for a strike. 1-1 now to Carter Cross. As Cross hitless in the ball game. One of the few Copperheads, he now grounds that one out to short. Throws on the first is a little bit low, but catcher Bald able to handle it. Cross is retired. 2 quick outs now in the top of the 9th. The Copperheads, one of their more impressive offensive performances on the year.
Batting for the Copperheads, Tanner Johnson.
They're the second most runs scored in a game by the Copperheads this season.
First pitch into Tanner Johnson is a breaking ball, misses outside, comes in at 74 on the radar gun for a ball. As a 1-0 pitch into Fierceton, or from Fierceton into Tanner Johnson, misses low for a ball. 2-0 is the count now. As Fursden trying to get through this inning unscathed. 2-0 pitch, bends inside for a ball. Fursden now down in the count 3-0 to Tanner Johnson, who's picked up a couple of base hits in this one. 3-0 pitch. Misses up high for a ball. 4-pitch walk to Tanner Johnson. Second walk he's drawn in the ball game. And there will be a 2-out base runner after all for the Copperheads as Zion Avery. 5 RBIs on the day. Ties the most he's had in a ball game this season. Potentially could add on to that. As other than the homer, he walked and came around to score, had a sac fly. As first pitch into him is breaking ball taken outside by Zion, up in the count now 1-0. As the rain has slowed up for a little bit, was getting heavy there during the 8th inning, but slowed down as Zion Avery going to have another base hit as that one gets out into left field. Tanner Johnson pulls up at second base. Runners on first and second now. 19th hit for the Copperheads in the ball game as they just continue to roll offensively against the Steam here tonight.
Hit after hit, 19 like you said. And this is the second most runs scored in a game by the Copperheads this season. If they get 18, they'd tie the most. Beyond that, well, that would be the most.
So now Scott Combs digs in. First pitch into him, misses up high for a ball. 1-0. Combs has a hit on the day as he hit a long single all the way to the wall out in left field his last time up. As 1-0 is the count now to Combs with 2 runners on, 2 away. Breaking ball taken low for a ball to Combs. 2-0 is the count now. As Fursden trying to become the first pitcher on the day for the Steam to not allow a run. But threatening here with a runner in scoring position. 2-0, chopped foul down into the third base dugout. A couple Copperheads players tried to snag it, but unsuccessful. As it rolls back into the field of play. 2-1's the count now to Scott Combs. As Johnson off a second after a walk. Zion Avery on first after a single pitch in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. Nice job there. Sliding over to stop that one. 3-1 is the count now as Fursden retired the first 2 guys here in this inning, but struggling to retire the side in the top of the 9th. As the 3-1 pitch into Scott Combs rides high for ball 4, and the Copperheads will load the bases here in the top of the 9th. First 2 guys retired, but then a couple of walks in. A single loads him up for Daniel Cruz. Cruz has a couple of extra base hits in this ballgame, one of them being a double, and his last time up launched a 2-run homer over the left field wall. A chance to add in a few more RBIs against Fursden. As here comes the first pitch into Cruz, misses low for a ball, 1-0.
Oh, nice little bending pitch from Fursden, just missed it a bit low.
As Cruz still second on the team in RBIs, even after the 2 he added, as that pitch comes in for a strike at the letters, 1-1. As Fursden comes set, 1-1 in the Cruz, out in front of that pitch, swings and misses. And he's down in the count now, 1-2 with 2 away. Copperheads up 11, 15-4 over the Cincinnati Steam, as they scored 9 in the second inning. And have pretty much been pretty comfortable ever since, just continued to add on a 4-run 4th inning from the Steam. But other than that, not much, as the 1-2 misses low and away for a ball, 2-2. As sack still full for Daniel Cruz. Fursden trying to hold the deficit at 11. That pitch is grounded towards short, fielded in the hole. The throw is on to third to get the force out on Zion Avery. And the sides retired to the 9th as the sacks were full. Copperheads unable to add on to the lead, but just 3 outs away from a victory. Tanner Glass trying to finish it off and earn the victory, up 15-4 heading to the bottom of the 9th. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. She is celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-483-85 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
3 outs away from a victory. The Southern Ohio Copperheads 15-4 over the Cincinnati Steam, as Tanner Glass, after a 1-2-3 8th inning, looking to pick up 3 more outs and earn the Copperheads a victory, as Zach Iverson currently in line for the win. Would be his 4th on the year hasn't suffered a loss yet. As the first pitch into Christian Bolt, taken outside for a ball, 1-0. As a long look in from Tanner Glass now. Comes the 1-0 pitch, runs high and inside for a ball, 2-0. As Glass trying to find the strike zone here.
Well, just lost the grip on the ball. Sailed over the glove of Scott Combs. All he's got to do is come in here and pound in some strikes.
2-0 pitch from Tanner Glass, misses high and inside for a ball. Now falls behind in the count, 3-0 to Christian Bolt. As a nice showing of offense from the Copperheads, as both of these teams rank at second and third in the league in batting average coming in. As a 4-pitch walk for Tanner Glass to lead off this bottom half of the 9th inning. As Bolt will trot down to first base. Now what you want to do up by 11 is want to come in and throw strikes. Glass going to have to settle down, forget about that one.
Well, it was the second game against the Cincinnati team on the home stretch for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, where they scored 7 runs in the top of the 9th. We're here in the bottom of the 9th. Strikes were not thrown in that game, and when a strike was, it was just given for a ride.
But Tanner Glass finds the strike zone there. 0-1 now to Stringer.
They'll have to put that behind him and just keep on going.
It was also in game 2 of that 3-game series, as we are here tonight. Copperheads trying to avoid a situation like that, as the 0-1 pitch, unable to stay back, is Stringer. He goes around, now down to the count, 0-2.
And this is the part of the lineup where you want to get outs. Stringer, Strolls, and Bruce. Wardwell, Persinger, and Runyon have hurt the Copperheads all season long.
0-2 breaking ball stays up high into Stringer. He'll take it for a ball, 1-2.
So you're past the most difficult part of the lineup. Just got to come in here and throw some strikes. And that's not easy to do. But we just say it as it's a common courtesy.
But the 6, 7, and 8 hitters are due up. As 1-2 pitch swung on and flied out into fairly deep right center field. Lucas Nasanti ranges over to his left, makes the catch, fires it back into the infield. Bolt staying at first base. And 1 out now here in the bottom of the 9th. Tanner Glass gets the fly ball out, 2 away from a victory. As it'll be Nathan Stoles, the catcher now. As it looks like the rain has perhaps come to a stop here in Cincinnati. Has had a brief shower there. But no delays. Kept the ball game going. First pitch swinging. Out into center field is Stoles. Nasanti doesn't have to move too much. Takes a couple steps to his right. And a couple of fly balls to center field. And just like that, after the leadoff walk, 2 outs now. Steam down to their final out.
Well, exactly what Tanner Glass needed to do. Comes in, finds a strike zone, and gets his outs. Just needed one more to knock off the division-leading team, the Steam.
So now it's Jonathan Bruce, who was 1 for 3, had a double. He's also grounded out to short and struck out. He took a big rip at the first pitch, comes up empty, 0-1 now. As Tanner Glass won't get a save in this one, as he's up 11 when he came into the ball game. But just trying to shut the door and earn Zach Iverson his win, as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 2. Now down to their final strike is the Steam, trailing by 11, runner on first, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th.
Well, Glass just came in an inning too late. Had he pitched 3 innings of scoreless relief, that would have earned him the save. Only 2 here should he get the out.
Now Glass quickly steps off the mound, asks for a new sign from the catcher Scott Combs. Now he's back on the rubber. Looks in. Quick peek to the runner at first. Now he comes set. The 0-2 home into Bruce. Is swung on and fouled back over the press box. And he will at least see one more pitch in the at-bat, staying alive on the 0-2 pitch. As Copperheads trying to draw even in this series with the Steam at 1 and force a rubber match in the ball game tomorrow. The 0-2 pitch from Tanner Glass swung on and missed. Strike 3. The Copperheads come into Cincinnati on this day and have an offensive implosion. 15 runs on 19 hits 1 error. Only 4 runs on 6 hits and an error for the Cincinnati Steam, and they earn the victory 15-4 to force a rubber match in this game. Zach Iverson picks up the victory, his 4th on the year.
Well, Iverson was just tremendous today, going 7 strong, allowed the 4 runs, but none of them were earned. It was just 4 runs on an error in the bottom of the 4th. Then he just cruised to 9 strikeouts, giving the Copperheads what they needed, especially after the start yesterday. Kaiser did a job yesterday, but Nick Kaiser, he was Zach Iverson today. He was the man, did what he needed to do, gave the Copperheads a great chance to beat a good team in the Cincinnati Steam and bring them within 2.5 back of the lead in the South.
Well, that he did, despite giving up 4 runs, none of them being earned, and he adds 9 more strikeouts to his total this season as he gets his 4th victory now, 4-0. Couple long balls from Daniel Cruz as well as Zion Avery. But a 5-hit performance from Lucas Nasanti as well as all throughout the order. The Copperheads had a day at the plate, and they earned a victory to force the rubber match in this one. As a 15-4 victory here to force a rubber match tomorrow against the division-leading Cincinnati Steam. They pull in within 2.5 games. For Connor Mills, I'm Joey Medor signing off on this broadcast. We'll see you tomorrow at 6:05.